my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First play, and it's second down now.
No gain. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I know a lot of Green Bay fans were pretty upset because they drafted Jordan Love, the quarterback out of Utah State. In fact, moved up late in the first round in order to grab him. But remember, they drafted Aaron Rodgers when Brett Favre was around. This kid brings mobility, an accurate arm when the pocket is clean, and they're hopeful to continue to see plays like we just saw in the future.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Vikings 47-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. That right there, Charles, I think is a prime example of what they're scared of. They said, yeah, you can run. We know you can take off, but be smart. He got hit pretty hard there.
A lot of these young quarterbacks, they like to tell us that they become running backs when they take off. But they have to remember, at all times, they're quarterbacks. Protect yourself. Slide. Get out of bounds. Don't take that kind of hit.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Couple yards there down to the 17.
Jamal Williams.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Love. He's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
At their own 30-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 11 now. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
First down. Here's Cousins. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
Second and 6. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins again. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyler Lockett, 54 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He's going to take off, and the ball comes out. Love lost it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Packers 3.
They'll run with Cook. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The ball carrier.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
And goal.
Bailey's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You talk about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always.
2-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not. He rifles one that's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position, When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He starts with a give to Akers. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown.
Touchdown.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 48 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10.
Makes the score Vikings 13, Packers 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the...
And it's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 47 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. A give to Cook out of the gun. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by James Johnson, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
The ball carrier. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Love now to pass on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
That's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Third and long for Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
49-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up at the 30. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Harrison Smith on the coverage.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Love. He's going to try and go deep again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
For Gerald Everett. Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 30 on second down, Cousins lets it fly. This is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30-yard line. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel, coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate, Stephon Diggs, to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Cousins. Interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Josh Jackson. The 40, 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Well, I think we all know that turnovers have a way of deciding games, and before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this case, how about the evidence right here in the third quarter? They've got the lead, moving the football, things looking good. And then...
yeah, so now a flip on the scoreboard with that pick six. And I don't know, the rest of this second half shaping up to be very interesting. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit there. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Carrier.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. I'll tell you, he got away with it there. Pops up okay, but got to be careful in the running game.
You certainly do, and these young quarterbacks, these rookies, I remember talking to Carson Wentz his rookie year, and he said, yeah, but when I take off...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. Two? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Second and 20. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing on third and long. Love is going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. He pitches it out. Take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown,
Cam Akers with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
His kick is good.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Packers 24, Vikings 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And now here's another interception. Picked up near the 32. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Vikings 13.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of... And he holds it in! Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
The score, Packers 34, Vikings 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. He finds an opening past the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
It looks to me, Parker, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It leads to
after the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. It's complete to Lockett. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He's going to let it fly. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10.
The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Love. And Adams has it complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
A gain of 9.
That'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Packers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.